Hello beer buffs, happy October, and I'm in with my first Oktoberfest, and it's from Yuengling, and it's called Oktoberfest. Let's get a pour on.
Was ist das? Was ist das?
What is it? Well, I'll tell you what an Oktoberfest is before I get a pour on. It's basically actually labelled as a Marzen, that's the proper name. So it's a beer of Bavarian origin, so Germany, Bavarian. It's a lager that originated in Bavaria. It has a medium to full body and may vary in colour. We'll see what this one is. From pale through amber to dark brown. That's interesting range actually. And it was a beer traditionally served at the Munich Oktoberfest. So there you go, folks. That is what an Oktoberfest is. So it's pretty much a lager, you know. But let's see. This one is actually, what is this, some percentage? I can't see it on my notes. 5.4%, sorry. So it's not too strong. And I thought I'd give it a pour in Duckworth as we're celebrating the start of the year. Look, a big shout out to the coach himself, Mr. Mike Burns, as he gave me this guy. So I've been holding on until October. Cheers, coach. And getting the pour on for you. So I'm excited. I have a lot of Oktoberfests to work through. So this month is pretty much dedicated to Oktoberfests and pumpkin beers as we get more towards Halloween. So I'm kind of holding back on those for a couple of weeks and then we'll get into those. But I'll work all through these reviews on Oktoberfest. So let's call it Oktoberfest special on the Taffy beer reviews. Does that sound okay? So it's kind of like a medium kind of, it's not pale and it's not dark as such, but kind of a golden ambery colour. Not much scent, it just tastes lagery to me. Yuengling, I've had a lot of Yuengling and they've really encroached into Texas now because Texas was the first state other than the East Coast that Yuengling distributed to, you know, so it's the first kind of interior state, I guess. But I'll talk a bit about that, the brewery itself, momentarily. Oh yeah, that's good. Very refreshing. Yeah, that's a nice bitterness to it. It's good, not too overpowering. Look at that, it was $1.99, pretty cheap. Just a single beer, so that's yeah, nice easy drink basically. Very European in style. Bloody pains, I swear they're getting worse. But it's starting to feel cooler here, I gotta say. It's October's coming in, the mornings have been lovely. We've been opening up the house a little bit, and I don't normally do a beer review on a Monday, but the wee wife's away and the wee kiddo's away. They've gone up to see a baseball match of all things. My son, he loves the baseball, so they're going to see the New York Yankees play, eh? What about that? All-star team, and they're playing, I don't know who they're playing, but I know they've travelled up to Dallas to watch them, so this is exciting for him, so fair play. They'll have a nice time, and the house has been quiet, and I thought, sorry, come on out and do a quick beer review. But yeah, we're missing them. It's kind of weird, you know, the house is so quiet. So yeah, cheers to them. It's not cricket, but they'll have a good time, I'm sure. You know, this is going to be gone in no time. It's very easy drinking, I gotta say. And it's nice to have a seasonal beer. Anyway, about the brewery, let's see what we're looking at. Okay, so Yuengling Brewing, it's pretty old brewery, to be honest. It's a family owned and it's been going since 1829, so it's comparable to some of our old British breweries in a lot of ways. It is actually classified as America's oldest brewery, so there you go. And they are based in Pennsylvania. Pottsville is the name of the place. Yuengling and Sons Inc. So principal beer brands, they do a lot of traditional lagers and light lagers and such, you know, that German kind of style. But they got a few, and I'll, you know, go and have a look at their website. Pretty good, you know, it gives you the information and the history of the brewery itself, so interesting to look that up. And yeah, I've enjoyed these beers since they kind of hit Texas the big time. Only in the last year or so, they've really kind of come in to Texas and being imported to Texas. But like I say, they were all just down the east coast of the USA for a while. Oh, by the way, I did shave the old beard. It was getting a bit ridiculous, and I heard a comment that I was like Anthony Hopkins playing Santa Claus. I thought, oh, no, I won't say who said it, but I'm like, okay, this is a bit much now. It's getting a bit crazy, and people are like looking at me a bit shocked at my bushy old beard. So I may grow it back again. I've shaved for a little while, but as we get down into October now, later October, it may come back a little bit. So we'll see. I'm just trying to be a bit more clean and neat here, especially in my job. So there you go, if you were wondering. But as to this beer, I'm really enjoying it. It's just nice, easy drinking, essentially. I could be cutting the verge and be drinking this all day, you know. It's that easy and light, so very good. A few beers that they do, these Yuengling folks. They do their traditional lager. I actually bought a big pack of those the other day, a 12 pack of those. Very nice. I really enjoyed that. They have one called the Black and Tan. I've not seen that one, so I have to look out for that. They have a pale ale called Lord Chesterfield Ale. It was very British, that one. So I have to look out for that. If you fancy a porter, and I always enjoy one, they have one called the Dark Brewed Porter. It's only 4.7, so it's kind of light. And one of my favourites, and I know a lot of the guys really enjoy this, it's called Flight. And it's a lager, an American light lager. It's only 4.2%, so if you can, check that one out. And they do come in those big packs as well. So, and they also do a Pilsner called Premium Beer. So very light beers, you know, a lot of light, easy drinking, low ABVs. So have a look. They do have a nice little range, and if you're in Texas, they're out in the stores. If you're on the East Coast, there's, you know, you can find it readily. Overseas now, but there you go. Maybe I'll take some of these when I go over to England next. Maybe a few bottles, such. So there you go. It's a bit about Yuengling. As for this guy, super nice. A nice, easy, gradual way into the Oktoberfest. So starting with this one, it was just nice, easy drinking. And do you know what? I'll give it a solid 8. I can't give it any less. And I think that's just a good round number for this. And cheers, beer buffs. I will be back with you later this week for another Oktoberfest. So cheers to that.